So earlier this year, they got to work setting a brief that the design should inspire shoppers and customers to take their own challenges. So today, we're excited and thrilled to introduce you to the 5 incredibly talented winners who will share their experiences.
So my mum actually sent me a link to the Prince's Trust course, Art for Action. And from that sprung this opportunity, which was the NESCAFÉ opportunity. So I applied as soon as I found out. I literally had a couple of days to get an illustration cobbled together before the end of the deadline. But for me, like, the importance of human connection was what I wanted to get across. You know, I wanted something that would jump out on the shelves that people would see and they'd think, yeah, that reminds me of like me and my family. Because with everything that we've been through as a nation, the importance is staying connected and making sure that your loved ones know that they are loved. So within my illustration, it's split down the middle. It's a bit of a weird one. And on each side, there's 2 characters and they're sharing a cup of coffee on FaceTime or what have you, just video calling. Yeah, for me, that's like me and my family. So I think loads of people will connect with that in some shape or form.
So my design was based around houseplants and plants in general. I don't know about you guys, but I'm obsessed with having houseplants and things growing in my space. It makes me feel good, it makes me feel happy, and it gives me that serotonin boost that I just really needed through quarantine. So my house is a jungle, and I wanted to kind of depict that on the tin, because I think a lot of people during lockdown went towards gardening, they went towards like home improvement and things like that. So it's something that sort of mirrors what you've already got in your house.
So my design features a lot of people in rows on each other's shoulders, kind of lifting each other higher. That was the name of my design, lifting each other higher. Yeah, I took inspiration from the community around me and how it was the community that got me through the pandemic and my community. The brief was you can do this. So my inspiration was kind of an ode, celebration of the people in our lives that tell us that we can do this and lift us up, especially in difficult times, and help us to keep pursuing our dreams.
Yeah, so I was lucky enough to be on the panel, and I'm just so excited for you all, because what an opportunity, and how positive you all are, and seeing now the way you're talking about your inspiration just really brings the document that we received to make the judging to life. And we were looking for positivity, things that are going to inspire more young people, and that really jumped out in all of your designs. And it was just a really lovely session, wasn't it, where we got to discuss everything we liked about the designs. And I have to admit, I am a crazy plant lady as well, so that one really spoke to me. But all of the work around connection and staying in touch, and that that human element of everything we've been through, that just was it was just really inspiring to see. So yeah, absolutely loved looking at all of the designs. I thought they were amazing.
For me, first of all, it's just so amazing to see all of you talking about something that you've done, that you've won, and so rightly so. And when I first saw all of these designs, so many of them popped out at me, whether it was, Emily's standing on shoulders, to Kieran's with Post-its, to Em's plants organic, to Lily having a coffee on FaceTime, to Kim, which for me was just this kind of happy montage. Every single piece of each one I thought I could connect with. And ultimately, for NESCAFÉ, that's what they wanted. They wanted designs that there will be somebody that will connect with one of them. And so I absolutely salute you for what you've done and what you've achieved, because it's fantastic. And I'm also thrilled for you that you've got this opportunity. It's a wonderful springboard for you to be acknowledged and seen and saluted for everything that you've been through to get to this point, and now for this opportunity to start something extraordinary in your lives. And it's one of the reasons that I've been an ambassador for the Prince's Trust for so many years, because like we were talking earlier, I said, are you in touch with them all still? And you all said yes, and it's so important to have a mentor. And I said to you that I spoke to my partner today to get a bit of mentoring from him about something in business. So you always need that. So hang on to it and use it, because it's such an amazing tool for your future. But you're all brilliant. You're all such fantastic winners, and the designs are absolutely perfect. They couldn't have gone to a top agency and paid hundreds of thousands of pounds and got anything better. So take that home with you.
I did not think I was going to win at all. No, I got the email saying it was they were announcing the winners, and I was like, oh God. And then when they said, oh, you've won, I was like, oh my God, what? Yeah, amazing feeling.
And what do you think it's going to be like to see your tin on the shelf of the supermarket?
I'm going to buy so many of them.
What do you think it will mean for you going on?
Hopefully it'll get me some graphic design work. I'm a graphic designer by trade, so hopefully it will put people in touch with me, seeing my work in a shop. I guess it'll be exciting.
100% it will. And the designs are absolutely perfect. They couldn't have gone to a top agency and paid hundreds of thousands of pounds and got anything better. So take that home with you, honestly. You get a website, I'll do an endorsement on all your websites. So absolutely.
Thank you.
I mean, that's huge.
Why not? You did amazing designs. Just don't doubt yourself that you didn't, okay? Because I can see, like, it's that moment. I still get it when I'm doing something and I have to pinch myself. Should I really be here? It's a good thing to have that, but just know you are, and you're brilliant, and know that, okay? It's really, really important. We just didn't do this for fun.
And this has been a 1 in a million opportunity, and I couldn't be more grateful.
But I think, confidence and belief in what all of you are doing is absolutely key. And look for opportunities, where you can, and don't be frightened to ask, because the worst that can happen is someone will say, not for this time. But you want to get yourself out there, use Instagram in a positive way rather than the negative way that it can be used. But it's all about visualizing that something amazing is going to happen. And when you do fall off that wave, and you'll feel a bit down, you'll call your mentor and they'll prop you back up. Once you've been on that high, if you fall off, it's much better to be up there. So that's the advice I will give you, that you always think, okay, I'm not having a great day today, but I'm going to climb back up and I'm going to give it another shot. And that's really the simplest advice I can give you, because you're all incredibly talented. That goes without saying. Now it's about turning it into a business, but at the same time enjoying it in the way that you do, because it's that kind of enjoyment and the fact that it's been more of a hobby is where the true genius comes from. So don't lose that, but make some money, basically.
It does still feel like a dream. And for me, I think it's just going to be such a shock to see it on that shelf. Like, as an autistic woman, as someone who's biracial, when I was growing up, I didn't see very many people like me out there doing their thing. And I'm hoping this will inspire lots of the younger generation as well to be like, yeah, I'm kind of like her, and maybe I can do something like that. It was a very split second decision with applying for this. My partner actually basically had to push the submit button because I just couldn't do it myself, because I had no confidence. Whereas now I feel actually, yeah, maybe I can make it as an artist. My dream is to one day be a character artist in the animation industry or the games industry. And I'm still working at that, climbing the ladder, but hopefully one day I'll get there. And maybe, I can be an illustrator on the side as well. I'm still trying really hard at that. Also doing a children's book like Emily right now. So hopefully that will come out in the next year. So from Prince's Trust, loads of really fabulous things have come my way. And I'm just going to keep going at it until I'm an artist, until I'm an illustrator.
Yeah, I was completely blown away to find out that I was one of the winners. Been a tough year. Yeah, was made redundant of my last job. So it's been a year of figuring out what's next and where I wanna be. So it was such a massive encouragement to find out that I won, and I can't wait to see what opportunities come my way from it. And it feels so surreal that it's going to be in shops. Can't believe it. Just felt so encouraged by all the support I received and really championed. And yeah, it's made me want to go for my dreams and get into a creative career.
As Sherry said, I'm sad that you were made redundant. However, always look at something like that and think, There's a reason. And whatever's coming your way now, you're going to look back in 5 months and go, thank God I was made redundant, because this is who I want to be and this is where I want to be. So just keep that star shining and always keep looking that way, because there's always a reason for something, you know. It's think of it as an opportunity now.
Thank you.
So my design was a positive boost for the morning. So mine really reflected on mental health and people that suffer from loneliness. So that's why I kind of got a bright page, because I love bright colours, as you can tell. And I just wanted to really put in something that really engages people, makes people happy, and just puts a smile on people's face. And I think for me, it's kind of one of those things for my tin. There's so many different aspects to it that you can spend all the time just picking out random, you know, bits and pieces, like, you know, from a football to a gaming console. So I just wanted to really combat loneliness as well. So I can say, like, you look amazing today, how are you today? So then people kind of have that coffee one-to-one and don't feel so alone, really. So anything to make people smile and be happy, that was injected into my design of the tin. I don't want to like put this into a like emotional thing, because obviously, you know, but my dad suddenly passed away, I think 2 years ago, and he was like, you know, my hero. He was my best friend. He was everything to me. And he wanted me to graduate, and he unfortunately passed away a month before. But he always knew that I was destined for something. So I think for me doing this, it's kind of, I think that he's looking down on me and was like, do you know what, this is my boost for you. So not to get emotional, but yeah, it's one of those things that for me, it's kind of like, you know, I'm doing something that he knew I could do, and I'm doing. So unfortunately, he can't be around to see it, but he will be somewhere.
Somebody will. He can see.
I set up my businesses with the Prince's Trust 3.5 years ago, and the support just never stops. And the support that you'll all have from each other as well is just going to be invaluable. I can see in the chat already, you know, collaborations and ideas getting thrown about. So do really keep in touch and find that strength in each other and that drive and inspiration from each other as well, because, you know, the network within the trust, but amongst the young people especially, is so incredibly inspiring. And yeah, it's really, really going to fuel you, especially in those hiccups and those moments in business and, you know, in your careers and things, when things don't go to plan. You just need the right people around you, and I think all of you guys have found them. So I'm just really excited for you all.
Tins will be available in major UK retailers from mid-September onwards. Every tin will help the Prince's Trust. I feel like Nescafé should probably make a few more tins, because we're going to clean those shelves. One last huge, amazing congratulations. Such wonderful designs, and you all deserve to feel very, very proud.
Bye, guys. Well
Well
done.
done, everyone.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you so much. You're
Bye.
amazing.
Have a lovely day. Lots of love.